Hey, booze. Ciao. Let's get into this dang on Stefon Diggs and the chef situation, okay? Y'all, when they had first mentioned this, I said, that they've been sleeping together when I had a report on this. But let me tell you one thing. The more and more that I've listened to the testimony, the more and more I'm seeing that this young lady or woman, whatever you want to call her, has gotten or fallen in love with somebody that she wasn't able to attach herself to the way she wanted to. And we're about to see why. Do your girl a favor, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that y'all turn on your post notification bells so that you're made aware each and every time I come through. All right, let's get into it.
Solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
May I inquire?
You may.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Jamila, Jamila, Adams, ADAMS.
And do you normally go by Jamila or?
I go by Mila.
Mila, okay. And what do you do for a living?
I am a professional chef. I have been working in the industry for 13 years.
So you're a professional chef. Do you work in kitchens and?
I work privately for athletes, prominent figures, and wealthy families.
So you're a private. Is there a difference between a private chef and personal chef? Are those the same things, or?
It's pretty much the same thing.
And how long did you say you've been a private chef?
13 years.
13 years. And what sort of training did you take to become a chef?
I went to school for clinical psychology, so I have a degree in psychology. But I followed my passion in cooking because I grew up in the South and we cook. So I did some training in France and also Italy.
And kind of very generally, what does a private chef do?
We provide daily meals for our clients. So that would be breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. It's typically a live-in situation. So readily available to them, kind of like 24 hours a day. So I would say it's based on clients' needs. So each client would, whatever your health goals were or health issues were, I will help you get better.
So you mentioned a little bit of what kind of clientele have you worked for?
Athletes, entertainers.
And without naming names, what kind of athletes or entertainers do you mean?
Singers, football players, basketball players, baseball players.
And are these professionals?
Very professional.
How much do you make in that job?
It ranges, depending on the needs they need from me. If it's a full-time live-in, it can range from anywhere $5,300 a week to $10,000.
Overpaying for mediocre car insurance?
Who has the time?
You can find savings in just a few clicks on Credit Karma to make those.
Turning your attention now to a Mr. Stefon Diggs. Do you know Mr. Stefon Diggs?
Yes.
And how do you know him?
I've known Stefon Diggs for over 4.5 years.
And how'd you meet him?
We met in December 22 through an Instagram message. He first wanted me to cook for him.
And do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And could you identify him through, I see you're pointing at someone, but can you describe him just because we have to have everything on the record? You describe him either by clothing he's wearing or hairstyle, anything like that?
Blue shirt and blue tie and blue suit.
Your Honor, may the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant as Mr. Stefon Diggs?
It will reflect that identification.
Thank you. Over those 4 or so years, how would you characterize your relationship with Mr. Diggs?
I would say it's complicated.
Immediately Immediately, that tells you right there that he and her, they had stipulations, as well as her services was to be live-in pussy on top of cooking. Whew.
We had it started out as friends. It started out as friends, became sexual, and we would meet up, hang out, and we decided I would come work for him like February of 2025.
So you said February 2025, you and he talked about you working for him?
Yes.
And that's as a private chef?
Yes.
What were the sort of terms of your employment? Like were you going to be living with him?
Yes.
And how many meals or what was it like working for him?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, it is. So as far as your employment goes, what were your duties working as a Mr. Diggs private chef?
My duties were to make all his meals, his snacks, basically get him healthy. That was the start of our.
You was able and more than willing to assist with him giving out vitamin D. Girl, this is a hot mess. Why did you even, at this point, why did you even go through all of this? You was having a full-blown relationship with him.
Initially hired me. He was coming back. It was his comeback year. And I wanted to help him get healthy, to eat better too.
So do you create a menu? Does he just tell you what he wants?
I'm skilled with recovery. So I knew what it would take to get him, help him get healthy and stay healthy. To help him change his diet. So it was more so like diet change would be the focus. And just overall help.
And would you cook just for him or for other people as well?
Yes, I will cook.
That felt embarrassing to her. That's why she breathed and hide out. Because imagine this. Imagine anybody that he deals with. He's able to bring these people in your face. Such as Cardi B. He's willing to and able to bring these people in his home and treat them good, treat them like a queen. Fuck these people with you in his home and you can't say anything because your job is to cook for me. And since you cooking, you free fucking, but you getting paid. She felt embarrassed. That's why she sighed.
For whoever was in the house.
And I know you mentioned earlier your breakfast. Is that the sort of standard? Was it every day breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then?
Imagine bringing breakfast or cooking breakfast for somebody that he is cooped up in the room with, and they done got the scurrying last night. Child, please.
Yes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks.
And how much did you get paid for this?
We agreed on $2,000 a week.
And how did you get paid?
Finance office would pay me.
So you said that you, while this was staying in his house, right?
Yes.
Where was this house?
7 Schoolmasters Lane.
In what town?
Dedham.
And could you describe this house? What was it? It was a single family home?
What do you mean by that?
What was it? Was it an apartment? Was it?
No, it was a single family home's house.
And how many floors was it?
Basement, middle floor, a landing, and then top floor. So 3 floors.
And so, where was the kitchen?
The kitchen was downstairs on the floor you
Hold
come
on a
into the house.
second.
So the first floor.
And that's where you did your chefing, cooking, baking. I don't know.
Yes, where I did my cooking.
Yes.
Yes,
And where did you stay in that house?
I stayed on the top floor.
And where was it in the house?
It was up the landing, all the way to the back, and it was over the kitchen.
And was this a single bedroom that you had? Was it a suite? What was it?
A single bedroom with a full bathroom.
With a full bathroom. Was the bathroom off of the bedroom?
It's the bedroom, and then you walk back into the bathroom.
So
It was in my room.
Okay, so the entrance to the bathroom wasn't in the hallway; it was in the bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. And where was Mr. Diggs? Where was his bedroom?
Up the first landing.
Okay, so you said that there was the floor you come in on, a landing, and then
Mr. Diggs' room.
Mr. Diggs was on the landing?
Yes.
Okay. How long were you there in that house?
From July July 20th, 21st, I can't remember the exact date right now, to December the 15th.
And during that time, who was at the house with you?
Mr. Diggs, his friends.
Did he have other staff that lived there, or was it just?
No, I was just living there. He had friends that basically lived there.
Okay. And while you were living there, was it a kind of regular schedule or thing? How did that work?
Yes, he gets a different schedule by the week, but it would change by the day sometimes. Sometimes he would have to go in later or earlier. So I would often ask at night what time you have to be at work, so I can have breakfast prepared for him to do.
Turning your attention now to November. Around November, did any sort of friction occur between members of his staff?
Yes.
And what was that?
I would friction. Say that again. Friction
Did it-
to his friction.
was there any sort of maybe I should say this. What, if anything, happened near the end of November?
Yes. A Instagram DM message was sent to his child's mother's friend, and this message was stating that I was telling his personal business of women that he was sleeping with that worked with us, that worked with me, and yeah.
And so,
as far as I can remember what that message said.
and
so,
how did this create friction within the people working for Mr. Diggs?
I was confronted by Mr. Diggs if I said these things. But it had already been Mr. Diggs had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsay Bolin, and this person, she didn't like me, that fact that I was in the house.
So you mentioned Lindsay Bolton. Who's that person?
Lindsay Bolin, it works for Mr. Diggs.
And how? Like, what does she do?
I can't quite answer that. I just know he provides housing, pays her
she's
rent.
someone who
I don't know.
works for him.
Yeah, she works for him.
And so, did you and Lindsay get into any sort of argument, you mean, or?
We got in an argument after Mr. Diggs confronted me. She sent me a message first, per his instruction, and called me a name, excuse my language, guys, a bitch, and she just went on and on and on in this message about me.
Objection, Your Honor. May it be heard at sidebar?
Yes.
So y'all, you mean to tell me he been paying rent for every damn body that he was messing with? And I can guarantee
At some
you,
point, were members of Mr.
Cardi
Duke's
B
staff
didn't know.
going to go down to a trip
But I
to Miami?
believe whatever occurred in February to cause Cardi B to distance herself was because she had gotten wind of
you
this
said the whole staff?
information.
I wasn't finished on that last question.
That's fine, but I'm asking questions now.
Okay.
So at some point, members of his staff were supposed to go down to Miami, right?
Yes.
When you said the whole staff, how many people was this?
His assistant, myself, and his friends. That was it.
And did you end up going down to Miami?
No.
And why is that?
Mr. Diggs told me that I couldn't go because me and her had an issue from November 26th issue.
Your Honor, may we proceed with that question?
Guys, listen up. So
Baby,
my roommate started
when I
delivering with
tell
Uber
you,
Eats, and now he's
this is
killing
ridiculous.
it. First off, he can deliver whenever he wants. With
Ridiculous,
Uber,
because
he
that
can deliver
means that
anytime he
whoever was
wants to get some
breeding
extra
Cardi
earnings while
B's
keeping
child
his
head
flexible lifestyle. The best part, he always had
was most likely messing with Stefon Diggs and then breeding Cardi B's son head. Child, Stefon is hell on wheels, girl. No, ma'am. Just out there giving it out.
All right, jurors, at this point we are approaching the lunch recess, so I am going to release you to the lunch break. We will resume in about an hour, just about 5 to 2. I want to remind you that you are not to discuss this case with anyone, not on social media, not even amongst yourselves, so family, friends, nothing about this case is to be discussed while this matter is still instructed earlier in the morning about that. I just want to remind you as well. Now, you should have your lunch waiting for you at the jury.
All right, jurors can step down this way, please.
Ms. Adams, can I now turn your attention towards the date of December 2nd?
Yes.
Were you still employed by Mr. Diggs at this time?
Yes.
And where were you on December 2nd?
I was in the house. 7 schoolmasters.
Gotcha. And that day, what were you doing that day?
I woke up in the morning, prepared breakfast. Mr. Diggs came downstairs. He asked me what was I doing for the week. And I asked him, oh, so you weren't going to tell me that I wasn't able to come to Art Basel? And he explained why. And it was because of the situation with me and the other coworker, Lindsay Bolin. And I was upset with him, not upset at the fact I couldn't go to Art Basel. Me and him have a relationship for over 4.5 years. He could have told me weeks ahead of time because me and his girlfriend, Cardi B, we were talking about having like outfits and stuff. It was like a whole thing being planned, and he just waited till the last day.
These heifers is out of fucking control. You hear what I say? She know good and well she fucking Stefon Diggs, but she's still in Cardi B motherfucking face. These bitches ain't shit.
So I was more upset with him not letting me know I wasn't gonna come like at an earlier time.
And at some point during this day, were you alone in your bedroom?
Yes.
And do you know around when this was?
It was in the, like around 3 afternoon, 3-ish.
When you're in your bedroom by yourself, what, if anything, were you doing?
I was sitting on the bed, laying across the bed. I had my laptop, reading a cookbook, actually.
And were you communicating with any people at this point?
I received a text from Anna, was one of his friends.
Did you receive any text or send any text to Mr. Diggs?
No, the morning text. That was in the morning. We had went back and forth.
So you had some previous texts in the morning?
Yes.
So you're in the bedroom. What happens next?
I was in the bedroom. Mr. Diggs came into my room. I was laying across the bed. He came into my room.
And when you were in the bedroom, was the door closed?
Yes, the door was closed.
So when he came in, did he open the door?
Yes, he opened the door.
Did he leave it open after him?
No, he closed the door behind him.
And you said you were on the bed?
Yes, I was laying across the bed.
About how far away were you from the door?
About 4 or 5 feet, something like that.
So he comes in, closes the door behind him. What happens next?
He asked me to come here. He walked across the room and leaned back on the dresser.
Okay, and just to give a kind of a sense, where's the dresser in the room in relation to the door and?
Across the room, alongside the bathroom door.
Okay, so about how far away from the front door is the dresser?
What, 8 feet? I don't know them. A nice amount of feet.
Okay, so some amount of distance from it. You said he leans against the dresser?
Yes.
Or are you still on the bed at this point?
I'm still on the bed.
What happens?
He comes in, he looks very angry. He was upset from the text exchange we were having. And in that text exchange, he was calling me bitches, and he was just very upset.
But what happened in that room?
He came in and he with intent to hurt me.
No. What, not his intent or anything. What actually happened?
He was leaning against the dresser. He asked me to get up to come here. I got up off the bed and I came across to him and I stood in front of him, I stood on the side of him because he was leaning back. I stood on the side of him and he was like, "What was all that shit you was talking?"
And then what happened?
And I was beginning to say, "You said," and I couldn't finish my statement, and he smacked me.
So when you say he smacked you...
He smacked me with an open hand.
Do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my face.
Do you know which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
And I know you're putting your hand against your cheek. Was it your cheek that got
It
struck?
was my cheek that got hit.
About how far away from you were you from him when that happened?
I was at the end of the dresser.
And where was he?
He was on the, in front of me on the other side of the dresser.
So about how much space was in between you?
Maybe 3 feet, 4 feet.
So you said that he smacked you. I want to use the word. Did you say smack or slap? I don't know what the word was.
Smack.
So he smacked you,
Yeah.
and then what happened?
I went to try to block him, push him like this, stop.
So again, I see you're pushing your hands out.
I pushed up. He's way taller than me. I pushed up for him.
How tall are you?
4'11", 5 feet.
And how tall is he? Do you know?
6 feet, 6'1".
So you said you pushed out and you made a motion with your hands. So does that mean you pushed with your hands?
Yes.
Around what, his stomach, his chest, his shoulders?
Up to block his hand.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then he... Can I have a second? Can I have a second?
Girl, not her trying to get the tears out the eyes that will not come. Girl, stop. Just go ahead and finish this story, girl. Girl, go ahead. It's not coming. The tears are not coming. Oh, Lord.
Sorry. When I went up to push his hand, block him, block him, he took his arm and he like came around my neck with the grip of his elbow around my neck, and he began to choke me, pressure on my neck with his elbow.
So you said you pushed against him, and then he put his arm around your neck?
Yes.
Do you know, were you facing away from him?
I was facing him.
You were facing him, he put his arm around your neck?
Yes, he like spun me around.
He spun you around?
Yeah, like I will have to show you more so than I can describe it.
Describe it as best you can.
I was standing in front of him. When he slapped me, I went to like try to hit him back like this. And then it was like he tackled me. Like got me to try to keep from pushing him or protecting myself. And he put his arm around my neck like this, and he was choking me.
So you ended up in a position where his like forearm or bicep was around your neck.
Yes.
And you said he choked you. What exactly? Did he put pressure on your neck?
Yes, he put pressure on.
And were you able to breathe?
At first, he kept getting tighter.
So were you able to breathe?
No.
I'm recording.
About how long were you in this position?
I would say roughly I can't recall the amount of time. I just know it went from the edge where we were in front of the dresser to the side of the bed to him falling on top of me on the bed.
So about how far of a distance is that?
About maybe 4 or 5 feet, something like that, 5, 6 feet.
At some point, did he let you go?
Yeah, he let me go. When we got to the side of the bed, I was pushing back. I started to do a move that I saw off of social media. He said to me, that shit is not going to work.
So when you say you saw him, you tried to do
It was a defensive move where you try to put your hands underneath the person that's trying to choke you. It's like something I saw on a women defensive page or something. And he said that shit you see on Instagram is not going to work. And that's when he got tighter. Like, the more I was trying to put his hand, he got tighter.
And then what happened?
And then I was pushing back. And then he, like, fell down on top of me on the bed because I was on the side of the bed. And it was like, he was, like, letting me, like, I guess he was about to let me go. But as he was getting up, he, like, pulled my hair. And he was like, yeah, I thought so.
And then what happened?
He got up off of me, off the bed behind me, and he walked around the bed. I told him I still haven't got paid. He said lies, and he was like, so what are you doing? So what are you doing for the week? And I was like, I'm staying here. He said, I don't want anyone in my house. I don't want anyone here. I was like, okay, so who's going to get my ticket? He said, who always gets your ticket? And that's it. He walked out of the room.
So from the moment he entered the room to the moment he left, about how much time went by?
My last text to Anna was probably like 3:30 something. I text Sunny at 4:11, so it was between that time because I didn't have plans. I didn't have money to go anywhere to travel, I know.
I know, but just the question was about how long time.
It was just in between that time. I can't.
What she mean she ain't had money to go travel? Like, bitch, you living rent free. You're living rent free. You should be saving your money. And then if you have to pay, I'm not sure if she had to pay for things, you know, from where she was at. But if she was single and able to move into his home, that means shit. Either if she got kids, somebody else was babysitting, or she don't have kids. So what other responsibility do you have besides taking care of yourself at this point? Because you ain't paying him rent. I mean, you paying rent, but you paying in a different form. Girl.
say exact, but I know it's before 4:11.
So, is that 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes?
He was in the room probably maybe 10 minutes, 15. Sure.
When he left the room, what happened next?
I looked down at my pants. I had peed my pants, and I had just came off my cycle, and I was bleeding really bad again. I guess because I was so scared, I changed my pants, and I cleaned up myself, and I came back in the room, and that's when I texted Sonny to get my flight.
And where was that flight to?
Atlanta.
Ready for fast, fresh auto insurance
Yeah,
savings?
I
We
don't
can
know,
serve up
honey.
an offer that's a better
They
fit
just
for
be
you.
scurrying.
Atlanta.
At some point, did you exit your? When you said you went to your bathroom, is that the bathroom that's connected to the bedroom, right?
Yes.
At some point, did you leave out your bedroom again?
I didn't leave out my bedroom till later in the afternoon.
But so at some point later on, you did. Do you know about how long you stayed there?
In my bedroom? A while, because I was trying to figure out what I was going to do.
So at some point though, that later on that day, you exited out of the bedroom.
Yes.
And what did you do next?
When I exited out of the bedroom, while I was in my bedroom, I was packing my clothes to leave. I called another coworker, I would call her, and I just asked her, like, you know, what she was doing, and she was like, I told her I wasn't able to go to Art Basel, and that like I was going home, and she was like, oh, you should come here, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll come there.
When she said here, what does that mean?
New York City. So I then proceeded to change my flight to go to New York.
Okay. And when was that flight going to be?
I just know I landed at 10:49. It was a later flight than
But it's that day?
It's that day, yes.
Did you see Mr. Diggs anytime after that happened that day?
Yes.
And what was that like?
He was getting a massage, and I was leaving out. By the time I saw him, I was handing over birthday gifts that I had got.
So when you said you're handing out birthday gifts, who were you handing out birthday gifts
to him?
This is a gift that you had already purchased?
Hold
or?
up.
Yes.
Hold up. Hold the fuck up. What? She said she was handing over birthday gifts that she had gotten for Stefon Diggs. And this was after he done slapped you and told you he don't want you at his house because he knew that you was going to be a problem for him. Girl, why the fuck did you still proceed to give him a gift at all? That gift you could have took back. Why didn't you get your refund?
I normally give him a birthday gift every year.
And
when's his birthday?
November 28th.
Okay, so this was a little bit afterwards?
Yeah.
So at some point, did you leave this house?
Yes.
How did you leave to get to the airport?
A car, a Uber.
All right, and so an Uber came and picked you up and brought you to the airport?
Yes.
You went to New York, was it New York City or New York State?
New York City.
Also New York State, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And who did you meet up in New York City?
I met up with Shy Charles, and she picked me up from the airport, and we went to pick up her friend Talia, and then we went to her ex-husband's house to pick up something or to do something she had to do. We were there, we ordered wings and watched a movie, watched some videos.
And did you tell anyone here about what had happened to you?
No, I didn't tell anyone there because they have their own interpersonal sexual relationship, so I wouldn't have never told her anything like that.
Baby, Stefon Diggs got everybody that he is fucking hanging out together, chilling together. Motherfuckers ain't saying nothing to each other unless they really upset, because it sounds like her and another young lady did not have the best relationship, even though they know that both of them was actually doing the same goddamn thing like everybody else. They were working for him, but at the same time, while working, you're also under sexual activity contracts. And they all were adjusted and situated inside of the situationship that they had going on. The only person that I think did not know of this was Cardi B, up until somebody rattled. Because I'm telling y'all, somebody rattled, and I wouldn't be surprised if it ain't been this here for that rattled. And that's why shit went down that the way that it did in February behind Stefon Diggs and Cardi B, because it seems to me like everybody knew that he was with Cardi B. However, everybody continued to still sleep with him, continued to still work for him, continued to still be comfortable being in Cardi B's face and up underneath her, knowing good and well that they made her no good, because all of them been actually sleeping with her, sleeping with Stefon Diggs.
How long did you stay in New York?
I stayed in New York Tuesday to Tuesday, so 7 days a week.
And did you come back to Massachusetts?
Yes.
And did you come back to working for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
Baby, this is just been a whole damn hot mess, honey. This girl done hopped into some water that she
This place is iconic to the area and is also known for their
ain't really
delicious
want to
sides
deal
like
with
mac and
this.
cheese,
But
greens,
at the
and
end of the
cornbread.
day, she's
Next, treat
already
yourself to a chili
told.
dog that's
So now she wasn't able to backtrack anything.
Working for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
At some point, and I know this was a little bit before, maybe a little bit afterwards, but at some point were you talking to Mr. Diggs about money you felt he owed you?
It was past wages.
Okay.
Yes.
When did you first bring that up with him?
During the week of our fast, I want to say like maybe the 5th or 6th.
Of December?
Yes.
And so you felt that he owed you some money from wages that weren't paid? Is that what you're saying?
I wasn't paid for the time of the month. Like I had been paid for the weeks that I put in at that time.
And who did you talk to Mr. Diggs directly, or did you talk to his finance people? Who did you talk to about this?
It was a chain of command. Like I would talk to his assistant. But his assistant was under investigation for stealing watches and money. So I don't know if my
Objection sustained. That portion of the answer will be stricken from the record, and the jurors will disregard it, given no consideration to your deliberation. Please answer the question asked. Next question.
Thank you, Your Honor. At some point, did someone from Mr. Diggs bring up a non-disclosure agreement?
Yes, Mr. Diggs likes to abuse people and try to hide his abuse.
That objection is sustained. That portion of the witness's answer will be stricken, and the jurors will disregard it during your deliberations or give it no consideration.
Child, so she's saying that that's a thing for Stefon Diggs, honey. He puts them on NDAs so they can't talk about what he does. Child.
Given some information about a non-disclosure agreement by someone who worked for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
And when was this?
A couple days after the assault.
At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs?
At what?
At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs?
I didn't stop working for Mr. Diggs until my last day in the house. I would say it was the 16th. So yeah, somewhat.
So December 16th, okay. At some point, did you report any of this to the Dedham police?
Yes.
And when was that?
The Tuesday.
Do you know the actual day, or just that it was a Tuesday?
I left on the 15th. I left his house on the 15th. I reported on that 16th.
Okay, so... And, so did you call the police? Did you go there in person? How did that happen?
I went there in person.
And, what happened when you got there?
I was begging for my pay with Mr. Diggs. Begging for days.
Objection, Your Honor.
And he refused to pay me.
Objection is sustained. Unfortunately, the responsible is
At some point, you arrived to the Dedham police station.
Yes.
Did you speak to an officer?
Yes, I did.
And did you tell the officer about what happened on December 2nd?
I was very hesitant at first because of his fame and power. So yes. But I
Objection,
did.
Your Honor. Move to strike.
The objection is sustained. That comment by the witness will be stricken from the record, and the jurors are to disregard it and not consider it fair deliberation.
At some point, did you tell the officer about what happened on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
And did at any point you provide to the Dedham police text messages?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach this witness? Approaching of what was previously marked as Exhibit 1, I'm placing something in front of you. If you can take a look at that, and when you're done looking at that, look back up at me. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes.
What is that?
That's the text message exchange between me and Mr. Diggs.
And is this the text message exchange that you provided to the Dedham police?
Yes. I deleted messages because making the report to the police in my previous abusive relationship, me...
Why would you delete messages at all? And this is, remember when we reported on this the first time, those text messages, when we read them off, you could see that things were missing. But the thing is, now this takes her credibility to another level, because they're gonna feel that she done delete shit that shouldn't have been deleted.
Stop. That part of the answer is stricken from the record. Jurors will disregard it. Now, please answer the question that is put to you. And if you don't understand it, you can have it restated for you. Counsel at sidebar.
Every time I look at them damn braids and plaits and damn his head, Stefon, how the hell you had the same person you sleeping with braiding Cardi B child head too now? You child. It's a damn time. This whole thing is full of shenanigans. Stefon full of shit. And I hope Cardi B don't even take him back. Ain't no need to go back into no relationship. I know at this point she probably feel like crazy, but her child is already here. You can't take that back. But at the end of the day, Stefon Diggs is damn trouble. Man, come on. How you was messing with everybody and then got the people in her face? Like, you ain't even take the time to say, okay, I need to cut off these relationships if I really truly want to be with Cardi B for real, because at a certain point him and Cardi B have been talking for a minute, the way he could have done cut all these people off, but it don't seem like he ever cut nobody off. He got people planning. That girl said her and Cardi B was planning damn attire to go to one of them shits. One of them events. How the fuck you planning with Cardi B? This goddamn, y'all know this sound familiar, innit? These heifers out here befriending you, knowing good and well they either gonna creep or already sleeping with somebody that you're dealing with. But instead of being honest and staying out your goddamn face and staying in the person face that they messing with, they around here flossing and flim flamming in your face too.
Do you recognize what this is? You can look through it. There's more than one page.
1 minute. I recognize it, but the messages is cut off.
There's I believe 3 pages to this. 4 pages rather. If you want to flip through.
Yes.
Do you recognize this? What these is?
Yes.
And what is this?
This was in a text exchange
Between whom?
between me and Mr. Diggs.
And when was this text exchange from?
The morning into the noon, 12
Of December 2nd?
Yes.
Is there a difference between the text messages that you provided to the Dedham police and the text messages that are here?
Yes.
And what is that difference?
I deleted that and pussy, and I'm ruining that bitch life. Not mistaken. Yeah.
And why did you delete those phrases when you provided those text messages to the Dedham police?
So if she deleted those messages, I'm ruining that bitch life, was that her sending the message saying that? And who is she calling a bitch? Was she meaning that she was going to ruin Cardi B's life? Or was this Stefon Diggs sending the message to her saying, I'm ruining that bitch life? I don't understand. I think that this is a text she sent, but let's see.
Because when I was abused in my previous relationship, when I would say things,
The objection is sustained.
he would.
The objection is sustained. There's no question there. Again, the jurors will disregard it. Sidebar.
And see, my thing is with her, you see how she thinks that she was in a relationship with him because she's even subjecting it as that. However, how are you taking something that happened in your last relationship and mixing it with something that you claim was supposed to be professional and then turned into something else? You see what I'm saying? So it's just the attribute that she seems as if she wanted some type of relationship versus the actual position that she applied for and then ended up getting, which was to be the cook. And then on addition to that, to fuck me when I want you to. Because that's what that was. She was getting disconnect about what her and Stefon Diggs really had going on. And it's because her heart started moving with her mind, body, and her fucking spirit on this shit when she know good and well he wasn't interested in her like that. If he had already been friends with you for years and all of a sudden not until February of 2025 is when he asked you to come work for him and cook for him and live for him, you're not even staying in the same bedroom as him, but you stay upstairs. He even got y'all separated in the property to make you aware. He don't never want your mind to go to think that y'all on nothing regular. he always wants you to be in that scandalous mindset that you scandalous, you the scandalousness that he gonna have on his line. Because at this point, it's having people on his line and on his team. Everybody that was on his team working for him or had some type of affiliate connection and was a female seems as if they were sleeping with Stefon Diggs. This is quite embarrassing, to be honest.
Why did you delete
even for Cardi
text
B.
messages when you provided them to the Dedham police?
The fear of how I'll be perceived.
Your Honor, may I approach us?
Yes.
Approaching now with may direct attention to what is marked as Exhibit 3. Do you mind looking through this? It's a number of pages. And when you're kind of looked at it a little bit, you can look back on it.
So she didn't want them to perceive her in a certain way, so she deleted the messages, which means that when she sent that message, she was most likely referring to, I'ma fuck that bitch life up. She really was referring to Cardi B, meaning she was going to bring this thing full circle because she was now mad at Stefon Diggs for not wanting to supposedly pay her more money, because what I'm hearing is he, in fact, his team actually did send her some type of payment, but that's going to come up.
Have you got a few of those? Well, let me say, from what you've seen, do you recognize what these seem to be?
Yes.
What are these?
Text messages about the...
Do you know who the text messages are between?
Yes, between me and Mr. Diggs.
And do you know when these text messages are from?
12/2. Yeah, 12/2.
So were those text messages that were going on between you and me that morning of that day?
Yes.
And if I can ask you to maybe go to the third last page on this.
In this whole thing?
Of this section. Your Honor, may I approach and...
Yes.
Loyal.
Baby.
Not with car insurance anyway. If you haven't checked out insurance policies in a while, you could...
Yes.
So on the top page, there's a text that says pussy, right?
Yes.
And who sent that?
I did.
And how did Mr. Diggs respond?
Show me I'm pussy.
And how did you respond?
Will do.
And were those the last text messages sent before Mr. Diggs hit you?
Yes. I'm not mistaken.
Your Honor, may I approach once more?
Yes.
Bringing your attention now to what's marked Exhibit 4. Can you look through a few of these?
She was mad. She was upset. Hurt.
Do you recognize what these are?
Yes.
And what are these?
These are messages that I sent him asking to be paid.
And do you know when around these were from?
It was a couple of days after. They were in Art Basel. 12/5 it says. Yeah, I know I was begging for my money for a while.
But she said that ain't the person that paid her, so why was she texting Diggs if she knows she could go to the other girl and get paid?
Just, I think, final question. When he was in the room when he slapped you and he put you in a headlock. Was there anyone else in the room but you two?
Just us two.
And were there other people in the house?
Yes.
Do you know where they were in the house?
Downstairs. If I'm not mistaken.
So y'all had a whole scuffle upstairs.
And you said you went to New York. You met with a Shy. Is it Shy?
Yeah.
How did you know Shy Charles?
She works for him.
Okay, so
She braids his hair.
and so has she known you longer or him longer?
Him longer.
No further questions, John.
So people in the house, nobody, she don't tell nobody, make nobody aware that she just been choked, she feels unsafe, nothing.
Ms. Adams, today is not the first day you've told the story of what you say happened on December 2nd, true?
True.
The first time you told the story was on December 16th, right?
Yes.
And that was to Officer Ellis of the Denham Police Department, right?
Yes.
And you sat with Officer Ellis, right?
Yes.
And you told him your story,
Yes.
and he took notes of what you were saying.
Yes.
Because what you were saying was important to issuing a criminal complaint, right?
Objection.
I don't know what a criminal complaint is. I was
Well-
making a report. I don't know.
You were making a report to the police
Yes.
about what you said was a violent assault, correct?
Yes.
And your purpose in making a report to the police about a violent assault was to start a criminal case.
Right.
No. I made a criminal report to have a report to document it.
So documentation was important to you, right?
Yes.
The story that you just told to this jury under oath was very different from what you told to Officer Ellis. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
What you said to Officer Ellis when you reported this crime, this so-called crime, is that you
Let me tell you, this lawyer about to eat her up. Okay, that's the second time this lawyer that fucking throw a shade now.
had been having an ongoing text exchange over money owed to you.
Yes.
You told the police officer who filed the criminal complaint in this case based on your word that your fight with Mr. Diggs on December 2nd was over money. True?
Yes.
Except you just testified under oath to this jury that you didn't start talking about money until December 5th, right?
What did you say?
You just testified under oath to this jury.
I have been begging for my money since December the 5th. Mr. Diggs, and throughout those messages, you can see that I was begging for my money since that day.
Which message? Are you talking about Exhibit 3 that you just looked at?
It's other messages that you guys should have me begging for my money from Mr. Diggs.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
do you recall testifying under oath to this jury that your fight on December 2nd was about Lindsay, your anger at Lindsay, and you being told you couldn't go on the Miami trip?
My anger was at Stefon. I never said my anger was at Lindsay.
You were angry at Stefon on December 2nd
Yes.
because you were told you couldn't go on
I
the
was
Miami
angry at
trip.
Stefon because we were friends. He told me at the last minute I could not go to Art Basel.
And yet when you walked into the police station on December 16th, you said you had been having an ongoing text exchange over money owed to you.
Yes, money owed to me after I asked Mr. Diggs on December the 2nd, when can I get paid?
Your Honor, may I approach?
Your Honor, will you see at the sidebar?
Yeah.
So Diggs must still have to approve it in order for the check or the direct deposit to be sent. And it could have been possible that he denied it, or it could have been that whoever sends out his payments, accounting could have said she's already been paid, or she's been paid for the time that she had already worked. She probably was wanting payment for time that she hadn't even worked yet. She probably just wanted a full payment, and they might have refused that full payment due to what actually happened. It could have been, that's why Stefon Diggs could have not approved it as well, is because now this bitch on some extra shit. Look how he's shaking his head. Probably saying to himself, this bitch cause got me in here looking crazy and shit like that. No, you got yourself looking crazy. That's what happened when you start fucking with a bunch of bitches, thinking y'all can keep all them bitches in line. Y'all not gonna keep all these females in line. They're not gonna allow it. They're not gonna allow it. Y'all out here trying to mix and mingle and thinking that mingling will fucking come out. Whatever is done in the dark
that document
comes
that
to
I've shown
light.
you as the police report that was prepared based on your statements on December 16th?
Yes.
You've seen this report before?
Yes, I made it.
And you see on the report where it says, she said that on this date, the male that she worked for entered her unlocked bedroom. They had been having an ongoing text exchange over money owed to Adams. She said that they began to discuss this, which apparently angered the male.
I did
There's no
not.
question pending yet. Do you see that language?
Yeah.
Did you say that to Police Officer Ellis on December 16th?
Yes, I see it.
And that wasn't true, was it?
To my recollection, it was true. We did discuss money.
Ms. Adams, you just testified under oath about what happened on December 2nd.
Okay, I also didn't put in the police report our sexual relationship because I was ashamed. The police report got leaked. I didn't put a lot of things. The most important thing was the attack in the police report. Me reporting anything outside of why he got upset, I didn't feel the need to put it. I was scared of how it was received by the public. He's in a very public relationship with Cardi B. So I did not put a lot of things in the police report. My most important thing was him assaulting me and choking me and slapping me. So that was the most important thing that I put in the police report. I was very vague. I didn't feel the need that I had to go and explain the relationship.
When you were asked questions, you actually gave
I didn't feel...
You must wait until I finish the question.
Wait until counsel has finished the question. Answer it. Don't understand it.
Because you didn't feel it was important. When you were asked questions about what happened on December 2nd, you lied.
It did not change what happened on December 2nd. It did not change what happened on December 2nd. He choked and slapped me.
Ms. Adams, I'm going to try my question again. Because you didn't think it was important when you asked the questions of Dedham Police Officer Ellis on December 16th, you lied.
I did not lie. I just did not expand on detail on the relationship I had with Mr. Diggs. I didn't feel that that was important. The sexual relationship, I didn't feel like that was important. I didn't feel it was important that he was upset because I told him I was not in love with him like those other women. I was ashamed of being with him. I didn't feel the need to explain it to the police officers.
Please answer the question.
She was ashamed of being with him. How? Because, girl, you confusing the hell. How are you ashamed of being with him? It's that you didn't want Cardi B to know that you was dabbling and playing in her face and sleeping with Stefon Diggs. You didn't want the world to know that you were being a thought. At the same time, pretending that you just over there cooking.
Under oath, on December 2nd, when you claim Mr. Diggs walked into your room, you had not been having a text exchange fight over money.
The last text exchange fight was over money. The last text exchange was me saying, you need to pay me out for the rest of the season. I'm out of your life. Give me the money for my business in that order. That was the last text exchange. His response to me...
Oh, this heifer wanted to get paid for the whole mother effing season. Are you serious? Girl, where's the document saying that would happen if something had blown over or something had happened? Who the hell is going to pay you for a season and they firing you now? Or they telling you they don't trust you in their home, because it sounds like that's what he said. So he wanted you gone for the weekend, or he wanted you gone for that week. Why do you think that you are still owed funds when you ain't nearly work half? Girl, no.
Well, ma'am, before we get to his response, why don't we get
You
to
will
what
be
you
paying
were
me out for
responding
the
to?
season and the money you said you would give me for my business. Wasted my, excuse my language, fucking
She was forcing him, trying to force him by saying you will. Girl.
time being here because you have a, excuse my language again, fucking circus going on. I am out of your life. I am ruining that bitch life.
All right, Ms. Adams, you're going to listen to counsel's question. You're going to answer that question, and then you're going to wait for the next question. This is not an opportunity for you just to say whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
All right? It is to be responsive to the question presented.
Okay.
Next question, counsel.
Thank you, Anna. That response that you just read, that was actually a response to something Steph wrote to you, right?
That was a text exchange over
Yes or
money.
no question, ma'am.
What was your question?
What you just read into the record, that was a response to a text message that Steph sent to you, correct?
Yes.
And in that request, in that message that Steph sent to you, you understood you were getting fired, right?
Yep.
No.
What Steph wrote to you is, "I'ma leave you be. Thank you for cooking for me for this season. I appreciate you. Hate it even got to this, but oh well." Right?
Yes.
And you understood when you received that he was telling you you were not going to be cooking for him anymore.
Right.
No.
You didn't understand that.
No.
And that's why you responded with, "You will be paying me out this season and the money you owe me."
Yep.
No.
Because you knew you were about to lose your job, right?
I was not about to lose my job.
You didn't understand, "I'ma leave you be. Thank you for cooking for me this season. I appreciate you. Hate it even got like this," as a sign that you were about to lose your job?
No.
Girl, stop lying.
In any event, you didn't tell Officer Ellis on December 16th when you reported this assault any of that, right?
The last text message was about money. The last back and forth text messages was about money. Money he owed me for not finishing out the contract, and money he owed me that he said that he would invest in my business.
So
Why does she still feel obligated that he is obligated to invest in a business or anything that has anything to do with her? This is where it seems like she couldn't get control of him, where she wanted that control as she felt that she was still due. No, because see, this is what happens when you play dumb. You win dumb prizes. Because why the fuck you ain't had him to invest in your business when you started fucking him? Off top. This lets you know that she was hoping that if she kept sleeping with him, if she kept cooking for him and doing exactly what he said to do and not putting his business out there, she felt that her keeping that secret and playing grimy in the background was behind Cardi B back, in Cardi B face, just like all them, because Stefon Diggs played in Cardi B's face too. He sure did. She thought that was going to keep her on the goods. And at the end of the day, he gonna still take care of me regardless. No, you thought wrong. Bomb. Wrong answer.
Or pay, because Stefon agreed that I will have chance to work on my business by working with
Ms.
him.
Adams, there's no question in front of you right now. And
Ooh, child. Not her getting all mad at the judge, honey. And to me, she
If
just did a
outgrown
little
kids'
too much
clothes are taking
talking.
over
She
your
started
space,
talking about things
turn them
that
into
she shouldn't
cash
have
that's
been talking
vintage.
about. So it's
Snap a
more like
photo,
she can't
list drive.
answer straightforward
Ms.
questions.
Adams, there's no question in front of you right now. And again, please answer the questions put to you. It's not an opportunity for you just to vent with your story.
You told other falsehoods to Officer Ellis, didn't you?
No. Not to my knowledge.
You told Officer Ellis that you had injuries from this alleged assault, right?
I told him I had bruising, meaning redness, and soreness on my throat.
You told him you had bruising on your neck, right?
It was like red. It wasn't like purple bruises. On the incident report, pull that up.
You didn't have any injuries when you walked into the police office on December 16th, did you?
No, because I happened on December 2nd.
Right. So any injuries that you would have had, you had a reason for why they weren't there, right?
It happened, it faded. The fading went away the night.
Right. And did you take any pictures of your injuries?
I was in shock. The first thing was not to take pictures. It was to get it together.
I thought you just testified under oath that you had just received a text message from a woman named Anna. That's
Right.
Anna Kokolas, right?
You're in the wrong timeline.
You didn't just testify under
You're in
oath.
the wrong
ma'am?
timeline.
You didn't just testify under oath that you were sitting on your bed, reading a cookbook, got a text message from Anna, and Mr. Diggs walked into your room?
Mr. Diggs walked in minutes after I texted him. That's how I based the time on what time he walked in.
Okay. So you had a phone in your hand when he walked in the room?
My phone was on the bed. I was reading a book. I wasn't texting her in the moment of Mr. Diggs walking in the room.
No. Okay. But you had a phone right there in your room?
Yes.
And it's an iPhone?
Yes.
It's got a camera on it?
Yes.
You can take videos with it?
Yes.
And you do take videos with it?
Yes.
You take pictures with it?
Yes.
You take pictures of yourself with it?
Yes.
A lot?
Not often.
Not often. You have social media account for your business, don't you?
Yes.
Do you post things on your social media account?
I'm not as active as I should be.
You don't use your iPhone to take videos or pictures for that?
I'm not a very active person on social media.
I see. But you certainly had a phone in your room when you claim you were violently assaulted and injured, right?
That has nothing to do or justify the reason I was attacked.
It's a yes or no question, ma'am.
Yes, I had a phone.
You took no pictures of your face or your neck or
That
your
has
chest?
nothing to do.
I need to finish my question.
Okay.
You took no pictures of your face on December 2nd, did you?
No.
No pictures of your neck on December 2nd, right?
No.
No pictures of your chest on December 2nd?
No.
You said Mr. Diggs hit you across the face. Did you have any marks on your face?
No.
You understand Mr. Diggs is a professional football player, right?
Yes.
He's an elite athlete.
I don't know. He's an athlete.
You don't know that he's an elite athlete?
I guess.
Okay.
You call him that.
And you testified he slapped you across your face?
Yes.
And you had no marks from it?
I was red. I was red. I'm lighter complexion.
Bruises, they get worse over time. Do you agree with me?
It was redness. It wasn't bruises.
Oh, hang on. There's an objection. Okay, roll the objection. That is overruled. You may answer the question. Thank you, Anna.
I have redness, Mark. Like, I'm light skinned. I turn red when...
You also get bruises, don't you?
If I hit something hard, yeah.
Right. And bruises get worse over time, right?
Okay. I'm not
Do
sure.
they?
I'm not sure. I don't get bruises a lot. I don't recall.
Do you recall telling Officer Ellis you were bruised on December 2nd?
My idea of bruising is soreness, hurting. I was red. It was redness. My face was red and on my chest was red. I didn't turn purple or pink or anything like that. I didn't. It was redness.
Because you didn't have any injuries when you walked into the police station on December 16th, Officer Ellis actually sent you a form to fill out to describe the injuries that you said you had on December 2nd, right?
Yes.
And you filled out that form, right?
Yes.
And you didn't do it on December 16th, did you?
No.
He actually emailed it to you, and you took 2 days, and then you emailed it back. True?
Yes.
Okay. And on that form, you put that your chest and throat were very sore for days after.
After I got signed up, I started delivering in my free time and started making extra money when my schedule allowed. Since I
Now,
don't have a
you would
boss, I
think
get to
she would
deliver
know
whenever.
that she needed to take them photos because she knew she was going to
That
see.
your chest and throat were very sore for days after, right?
Yes.
And you put that you had redness, tenderness, pain, and bruising on your neck, right?
Like I said, bruising for me is redness. It was sore, it was redness.
Well, you filled out.
Faded away in literally like maybe by the next day, if earlier than that.
Ms. Adams, when did you learn that the defense had provided videos of you to the Commonwealth?
Maybe yesterday or Friday, I think. Sometime last week when I spoke with Drew.
So last Thursday you met with Mr. Virtue to prepare for your testimony, right?
Yes.
And you met with your lawyer as well, right?
Yes.
Your lawyer is representing you in an effort to get money from Mr. Diggs, true?
My lawyer's representing me my workers' comp claim, the injuries that I received on the job that Mr. Diggs refused to pay for. That's what my lawyer is representing me for.
What
Are you
injuries?
sure about that, ma'am?
You said they weren't any.
I got my lawyer from workers' comp.
You said redness, girl.
We'll come back to that.
Now we
Let's
back
stay
to
with the
injuries.
form. You told Officer Ellis on December 18th, so now 16 days after you say you were assaulted, that you had redness, bruising, and soreness on your chest, right?
I told him that I wrote that.
Well, you wrote it in a form. You took your time and you chose
I
which
checked
answers
marks,
to give,
yes.
right? Okay. And you told him your shoulders were red and very sore, right?
Right? This whole area here was sore. Across my chest, up here.
And you told him your whole body was sore, actually, didn't you?
It was.
You told him it was difficult for you to sleep.
I was very upset.
And I think you testified today that Steph supposedly put his forearm around your neck,
Steph did put his forearm around my neck.
not his hand.
No.
Okay. But you told Officer Ellis he used his hand, didn't you?
I told him to use this. This is the crook of his elbow. That is in the room.
You're on the hand approach. That's the form that you filled out over a course of 2 days and sent back to Officer Ellis, true?
Yes.
And if you look right in under the heading method and or manner of strangulation suffocation, right in the maybe top third of that page. See that?
Yes.
Question number 2. How was the victim strangled? Check all that apply. See that?
Forearm, right hand.
You told him you were strangled with his right hand, true?
With forearm, right hand. That is what's checked.
Okay, but you just testified under oath it was only his forearm.
This is the right side. I'm little. Everything went across my neck.
So you were,
that is what I meant by forearm, right hand was his whole right side. Right hand was the smack and forearm was the choke. How was the victim strangled? That was, right hand meant smack, but his whole right arm was across my chest.
you also estimated the level of pressure that the suspect used during strangulation. Do you remember doing that?
Yes. I peed myself and I came back on my cycle really heavily.
So that was a
it
yes
was
or no question
hard.
there? You gave it a yes. You remember doing that, right?
Yes.
And you had a choice. Low is a 1 and 10 is a high. See that?
Yes.
What'd you pick?
10.
10.
Yes.
You said Mr. Diggs is 6 feet tall. He's actually 6'2", right?
I don't know.
You don't know how tall he is? You've known him for 4.5 years.
I don't know. He's taller than me. Way taller than me.
Okay. And you know he lifts weights every day, right? He takes hits from 300-pound men, right? for his job. True?
I guess.
Do you know that?
No, I don't know what his role is. I thought he run the ball. I don't know people. I'm not sure what he does.
How many games that Steph Diggs has played in have you attended?
I don't know football. I don't watch it to know what's what. I've attended a couple games.
This girl is hell on wheels now. Come on now. You dealing with an athlete. You're living in the household with the athlete that you supposedly cooking for. Allegedly, sexual activity is going on with him. And you mean to tell me you want to be every place else at a whole party that you mad that he is not allowing you to go to, but you ain't never went to none of the games, or you can't remember any of the games?
The question was, how many of Stefon Diggs' games have you gone to and watched?
Gone to, maybe 4.
And you don't know that he gets tackled in that game?
You cannot make this shit up. Oh my god. Oh
Did you
my
know it
god.
costs 3 times more getting to and from the...
And you don't know that he gets tackled in that game?
I don't watch it, honestly. I'm just there for the vibes. I don't really know what be going on in football. I don't know the rules.
I think you will agree with me, that if Stefon Diggs used 10 out of 10 force on your neck,
It was 10 for me. For my little body and what I couldn't breathe, it was a 10 for me.
The question was, estimate the level of pressure that the suspect used during strangulation.
It felt a 10 to me. I could not breathe.
So you chose to answer a different question than the one you were asked.
This questionnaire is about me. Why wouldn't I answer it about me? This is not a questionnaire that's a united, I don't know how to say it, a global, this is about me. This is what happened to me.
Okay. But you will agree with me, hypothetically speaking, if Stefon Diggs used 10 out of 10 strength to choke someone, anyone, that person would have bruises on their neck.
I would not agree.
Sustained. Objection.
You will agree that if Stefon Diggs used 10 out of 10 force to choke you, you would have bruises on your neck.
Objection. Sustained.
If he had choked her that hard, she would have screamed. She would have acted a fool in that house and made other people aware. You coming out of not being able to breathe, and you ain't
Now,
yelling,
you went
screaming.
to New York, you said, on the evening of December 2nd. True?
True.
And you stayed there until December 9th.
Yes.
And you had your phone with you all week.
Yes.
You took messages. You sent text messages.
Yes.
We know that because that's when you started talking about your money, right?
I did what?
You testified.
I asked for my money. I didn't talk about my money. I asked for him to have finance sign off to pay me.
No, you were
My
trying to
mistake.
tail him.
Thank you.
We'll get to that money too. And you didn't think it was important to record your injuries or take photos.
No, I was in shock. This is someone that I love that put his hands on me. That was not my first instinct, was to go and take a photo.
Sure. And then December 3rd, you didn't take any pictures.
No.
And December
A
4th.
very complicated relationship. No, I did not take photos.
Somebody she loved, not that she cared for. Somebody that she loved. She was in love with Stefon Diggs. Girl.
Take any videos.
No.
And you didn't go to the ER.
No.
You didn't go to a walk-in.
He already hadn't paid my medical bills. Why would I go get more medical bills?
Objection, Your Honor. Move to strike.
The answer will be stricken, not responsive. Jurors will disregard it, not consider it.
You didn't seek any medical attention, right?
Unpaid medical bills.
Your Honor.
Counsel second.
Yo, my grandbaby is up. I'm going to come back with the second half of this. I think we're going to pause right there. And one so that...
I was still answering his question that you said. You didn't let me finish.
Ms. Adams, we're going to take it again, just a question at a time. Okay, this is an opportunity for a narrative, and so let her ask her question, all right, and then answer the question. And if there is, there's a feeling that you're not being allowed to finish, but just take the question out. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Anna. You didn't tell them anything about being assaulted.
These are not people I trust to tell anything of that nature to.
They're just people that you trust to spend a week with.
These are people that I met through Stefon. I had no choice but to stay with them. I had no money.
I thought you just testified you had a ticket to Atlanta.
That Sonny brought.
And then you changed on December 2nd, right?
Yes.
And then you changed your ticket to Atlanta to go to New York with
Yes.
Shy and Sonny. I'm sorry, with Shy and Tolly, right?
Yes.
So you did have someplace else to
I
go.
changed the ticket because I didn't have money for Ubers to get home in Atlanta. Shy was going to pick me up from the airport.
Okay.
I didn't have a place to stay in Atlanta. I given up my place to stay with Stefon Diggs. So I didn't have money for a hotel or Airbnb to go home to Atlanta.
All right, Ms. Adams, on to the next question.
Thank you. You've traveled with Shy before, right?
Yes.
You went with her to Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
You're actually friends with her, aren't you?
Associates.
Right.
Work co-workers.
Well, you traveled to another country with Shy.
It's levels to friends. It was a co-worker. I just met Shy in August.
Did Steph go on that trip to Trinidad and Tobago?